Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I've come up with this idea of a card that folds flat and goes in an envelope, and when you open it up everything folds up. You read your message. I don't know who this is for yet, so it's blankety blank, and then when they close the card it's popped up, so it would just stand. I don't know if you can see that. So you can see there's just three like panels there. You could decorate these. I've decorated the front one but not the other two. And it just stands very upright on the shelf, so the view you would get from the front would be something like this. I'm holding it in the air, so it's probably folding back a bit more, but it's a lot of dimension and it's really easy to do, and it just looks really great. And when they open it, it's automatically going to just fold back like that, so you just want to make sure you're not putting anything there for the front ones to catch on. This is just a bit of fussy cutting. This is going to be great for leftover toppers, any stamping that you've done and cut out and you've got a little stash of dies and things like that lying around, so you're just going to be able to adapt this to anything. It's quite a small card base. It's only 6 by, well, it's 3, oh I can't think now, it's 3 1/4 the card overall, so this is 3 1/4 by 6. But you can obviously make that longer, but you can't really make it any wider. But you've got all this folding down in the envelope, don't forget. So the mechanism will give you the 3 inches, which is 3 1/4, because the mechanism is this bit, and I've put it onto a card base. It's 3 1/4 by 6. So you can make it longer. So you can have a much longer one if you want. So you could have like a DL one and things like that. But the mechanism, like I say, you're going to have to make this out of either 12-inch cardstock or A4. You could possibly do it with 8.5 by 11, but you'll have a bigger leftover bit at the bottom. And I'll show you what I mean by that, because I'm going to use A4, so it falls short a little bit. So you don't need very much. So I've got some leftover toppers here. So you can see they're just little bits and pieces that you have around. And for the actual card, you only need a piece of card that is 6 by 6.5. I'm just checking. 6 by 6.5. So that's all you need for that. This little bit is going to be what goes on the card base, like so. Hello. And this one is 6 by 3 1/4. Okay. So this is basically a card base. And then we've got a piece of cardstock here, so you can see it's A4, so it's 11 3/4 ish, just under, by 5 3/4. So I've got the 1/4 inch. You can make it 6 if you're not gonna, you know, mat it onto something else. You can make it the 6 wide of your card base, and like I say, if you want a longer card base, that's fine. So what I've done is I've used printed cardstock this time. Last time I used plain and decorated, but I'm going to use printed cardstock. So the left hand side, when you put this up, if you're wanting a border, I'm just going to move this log because I think it's reflecting a bit too much. Can't really change it. So 1 is where you're going to score it, and then 2, and you'll see the 1 and the 2. So it's quite nice because I'm going to get all that lovely detail in there. So put your border or anything else that you want to show on the front, and by the front I mean this piece here. So that bit is going to go to the left hand side when you do these scores, and it is just scoring from now on. So we're going to score it 1 2 3 and 4. So 1 2 3 4, then 6 and 8, and then once more at 9. So that's 1 2 3 4 6 8 9. Okay, now if you've got a thick cardstock like I'm using, and I would recommend that you do use a heavyweight cardstock, because obviously it's supporting any toppers. It depends on the weight of your toppers. If they're just lightweight, then it doesn't matter so much, but if not, then you know, make sure that it's strong enough. You're going to double it up anyway, so this is going to be super strong. So that's all I need to do for that. And while I'm here, so with your cardstock 6.5 for your base, score it 3 1/4. Okay, and that's your 3 1/4 and 6 bit there. So your card base is just this. We could put that together right now. So we're just going to pop that one on top of that one, and there's our card base. So I'll just glue that right now. I'm just trying to find a space for my scoreboard without crashing. Oh, anyone else out there a messy crafter? I am horrendous. I think if I had a room that was a warehouse, it'd still be too small. I'd fill it. I'd craft all over it. Because you'd never have to clear up, would you? It'd be amazing. So we'll put that on there, and I've got glue on it. Oh no, but it doesn't matter, it's getting covered up. So that just covers your card base. There's my glue there. So you can see there, we've got that as our card base. So that's done, set that aside. And now back to this piece here. Oh, I'm covered in that glue, went all over my hands. So we've got our scores, so I'm just going to reinforce those. Just going to fold them. You can do them both ways actually, and then it will be better for working. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, the 8 one, and then the 9. Go that way because it's easier to do. And then I'll come back this side, just fold them in, make sure they're all working okay, which they are. So the way it's going to go is this is going to be your base bit, and that bit just goes onto the card here. So this is what's going to fix onto the card like that. So that, oh look at that, I've wonked it. I'll trim that bit off the edge. So this is your front piece here. So you're going to come up. This is going to be a valley fold, and then these two are going to get pinched like this. Then that one stays flat. These two get pinched, and then that one tucks underneath, and these basically sit on it. So that's how it goes. It's quite simple. So all you're going to need to do is, if you see here, we've got the 1 inch there, a 1 inch panel there. If you do the ones that are either side of these bigger panels, so the 2 1 inch ones there and the M1 is where you put tape. So if you just remember that, that'll just help you with putting it together. So I'm just going to grab tape. This is just finger lift tape. So either side of the bigger panels, like a little book if you like, and then the very last one. The others don't need anything. They're just going to automatically be there. They have no option. So what we're going to do is, this is now the base. So this one is going to be the one that sits on there. So the best one to do is the one here, not the... I think I've just lost a top on the floor. I'll have to grab that in a minute. I have to. Oh no. So, oh no. Take off our tape. I'm just going to fold that over because it's the same thing as doing it that way. So that's that one. I'm going to fold this one back, this one in and this one back, and then take the tape off of this. See how easy it is? Super quick. Then that one's just going to fold over. Not there. What am I doing? Oh yeah, it is there. What am I like? Because I've already got that bit there. Didn't think I had that. So just fold that down flat. And then this one's going to come up. And I'm only going to remove the tape from this side because where this is a short piece of card, it's not a 12-inch piece of card. I'm just going to put that one down, and you can see on the back, on our 3-inch bit, we've got an extra bit of cardstock there. Like if it was 12-inch, it would come all the way to the end, but because it's not, it's got a little lap. And like I say, it doesn't matter because you're going to be, if you're putting that onto a card base, you can use your cardstock that's A4. So if that was 12-inch, it'd be all the way down. Now if you wanted to add glue to these panels, you can, but I really don't think it matters. I mean, if it bothers you, then by all means glue them down, but then it's more glue that could go wrong. So I'd use wet glue if I were you. I'd use tape to get these down because it's very quick and easy, and then glue for the others. So that is now ready to go onto our card base. So I'm just going to use some tape across there because it'd be quick. I'm hoping this one will still come out, but I'm not sure if it will or not. It could be trapped underneath. Yeah, I'll just take that off. Put another one across there. I'm going to remove these. 1, 2, 3. The other thing you need to remember right now is when you put this on your card base, make sure you've got the shorter one at the front. Okay, so it's going to go like that. So the opening looking at you, the opening looking at you, and then this goes on. So it's more important to get your 3 borders, and I'm going to have to chop that bit off in a minute because it's annoying me. So just get that lined up. I'm not so worried about what it looks like at the back there. If that was out of line, I'd rather that than the front be out of line. So I'll wait till afterwards and then I'll do that. So what we've got now, got a bit of glue on there, is our card blank. So you can see when you open it, and you can reinforce those before you put your toppers on. So open it up flat and give it a fold, and you can see they're really forward like that. So when they're in the envelope, they'll be like that. When they open it, it will slide. Can you see them sliding back? I'm not sure if you can. Try and put it on its side. So when you open the card, they slide like that. And then when they close the card, they'll be upright. Or they'll just push it back and it can stand up there. So now all you've got to do is add toppers. So the only thing you need to do is arrange them. So you put them where you want them to be. And bearing in mind they've got to go not on there, not on the flat bit. You want to go on the flap. So look where it's going to go. And only put glue on the bit that's going to come into contact with the card, not above it. So I haven't even decided how I'm putting these. I've just found them and I thought they're about the right width. Oh look, that looks really cool actually. I think I'll go over with that one. So we can have them a little bit jaunty as well. So pop those 2 on there. And then I'll decide where the others are going afterwards. Because that's how I roll. So I'm just going to use a bit of wet glue for speed. Probably should use tape actually, a bit quicker. So just on the bottom, I'm going to get it right up to the edge there and right to the bottom there, and then just fold your card forward. I know it's not the way it's going to go, but just to make sure that the score line is not, you've not gone over your score line, and just make sure that's straight to get this on the edge, because it'll just look nicer. You can't come over this score line. If you come over this score line, it's going to get stuck. So make sure you're always above the score line, not on it or below it. And then we're going to pop this one on here. I think I'll just go straight. Oh, that's going to be really... I'll lift it up so that that point hits there. Do you see that? If I put it there, then you've got that edge showing. I don't like that. So if I just get the points on there, it looks better to me. And that's all that matters, because it's mine card. So you can do it how you like, because it's your card. I think I'm going a little bit mad. Right, so there we go. Just get that up a little bit. Make sure that's not, that little point there isn't on the score line, because it'll just fold and be ruined. So I don't need to use dimension with this, like foam pads and things like that, because it's got so much dimension in it that, and it folds flat at the moment. So I think this one will look really nice here. If I fold it down, you'll see. So I'm going to pop that one right in the middle, actually. Have a tweet down, that cute. So obviously, again, you're only going to go 1 inch, because you've only got 1 inch in depth here. So put that in the middle-ish. Because I'm not measuring. It's about there. So that one, and I might even just put this one down the bottom here. Wishing you a happy birthday. It could even go on the inside, you know. And if you've got any papers, it's always nice to decorate the inside. So again, I'm not using a foam pad. You could on this one, because you've got a bit of depth in those. I'm going to put this central as well. So it just says, wishing you a happy birthday. And I really should hope these are dry. A little quick squash, squidgy, and let's have a look. See what happens. So imagine it's in the envelope. It's folded flat. You take it out of the envelope like this. You open up the card. Oh, what's this? This is interesting. Oh, look, I told you it wasn't dry. Oh, I should have used tape. Now I've got glue on there. I'll get it off quickly in a moment. So that would open up and not come off. It would be dry. And then when it comes back up, it will stand up on the side. And that's what this one looks like. If I open it, you can see that's the kind of dimension that you're going to get. It'll be a little bit more so when it's on the shelf. So they're really cool, aren't they? Really nice idea. I won't open it again because I need to let this little fella dry. But you can see it will, when you open it, it will fold. See, it's just going to pop off until it's dry. Well, I hope you all have a nice day and have some fun making these. Get your toppers and your die cuts and stamped images that you've done all used up and make some lovely little standalone cards. They're really nice, aren't they? Have a great day, everyone. Bye.